Alright, 11.3 day 1. So what happens from 11.3 and 11.4 is we're going to do the same shapes as we did for 11.1 and 11.2, but instead of doing surface area, now we're going to be doing some volume. Otherwise it's the same stuff, same shapes, same order, new formulas, because now we're going to talk about the inside of an object rather than the outside. The quantity of the three-dimensional space inside of a solid. I don't know what that blank is supposed to be because it seems like it fits. The quantity of three-dimensional space inside of a solid. So instead of the triangle as the base, but we want to talk about what you can fit on the inside. So how much soup is really in this soup can. Alright, so volume of my prism, and again a prism is when you have the same polygon, right, made up of straight lines, top and bottom, or a cylinder is the same thing but just has a circle because a circle is technically not a polygon. So it's just area of the base times the height. Boom, that's it. Alright, so the hard part is recognizing what you have, and again you can use the chart on the side or you can just do it in the middle, whatever you think is best. So for this prism here, it's a triangular prism because we have triangles that are opposite each other. So if I'm going to run my area of the base times the height, area of the base, it's a triangle. And again, this is where the lowercase h and the uppercase h make a difference, so you can tell which one's which. So then I've got my 1/2, my base here is 3, my height of the triangle is a 1, and my height of the prism is a 2. The 2's are going to cancel, so I just have a 3, and now we're talking three-dimensional space, so we're going to have cubic units. So I have 3 feet cubed. Again, you know how this is going to go for drag and drop or anything like that for quizzes on Schoology. Alright, so now we have the same volume is area of the base times the height. So my area of the base is a circle, so I've got pi r squared times my h. So then I've got 25 pi times 6. You got 6 quarters, right? You got 150 bucks meters cubed. And if you like the chart, you're more than welcome to do the chart. I showed the chart for the surface area. I'm not sure if it's helping me go faster. Maybe if I'm not identifying the shapes, I can use it as a backup. Alright, oblique solids. Oblique just means it's sideways. It's the Leaning Tower of Pisa. It's not just 90 degrees. The height is always perpendicular to the base. Alright, so then this side here is technically not the height. So you'd have to drop down an altitude here to make a height to figure out how tall it really is because it's tilted over. Just something to be aware of here. Alright, so now we're turning the page. So we have an oblique solid here, so that's telling me that 8 is my height, not 10, because 10 would be a slant height. Oh, I got to bring it down a little bit. 8 is my height, 10 would be the slant height, because it's on the slanted side here. So if I'm going to do my volume is area of the base times the height. I've got my pi r squared h. My r is 5 again, so I got my 25, and now my height is 8. Right, 8 quarters. I got $2 inches cubed. Alright, so now they're telling me the height here. They're not really giving me the height, they're just dropping it down from a corner, dropping it down to be perpendicular, and they're telling me that angle measurement. I can tell here that my base is a right triangle. I've got a little right angle mark there, so just feed it. It does help. You're starting to talk to yourself. See, every time I'm writing volume equals area of the base times the height, and then I can reinvestigate my shapes. So I've got my 1/2, I've got 9, I've got 5, right? That's my area of my base. I've got to calculate out my h here. So they have 12 on this side, so 12 is also on this side. So if I just draw a representative triangle here, so across from my 30 side is my h. So in my 30, 60, 90, I know that my hypotenuse is double my h. So now I know my h is a 6. So if this is a 6, half of 6 is 3. 3 times 9 is 27. And 27 times 5 is 135. We have meters, and again it's volume, so it's going to be cubic units. Alright, example 3, last example, just hit the 5-minute marker. Alright, so now we have a square prism. So it has a square base, and I have my volume here. So I got my volume again as area of the base times the height. They told me it's a square, so that would be side squared times h. Alright, so I'm going to start putting in some numbers here. So I've got 1,344. And it's asking me for what is the length of the base. So that's my side squared multiplied by 14. Alright, so you know what you got here. We're going to take our volume, we're going to divide by 14, and then we're going to take the square root of that answer. Alright, so we get 9 points, some stuff there. Alright, so then my side length is 9.7979. It was miles cubed, but this is a side length, so it's just going to be miles. Alright, you got a you try now, so pause the video here, try it on your own. Alright, now unpause over here, not that you heard that because you're still working on it, and I'll show you how to do it. So I've got my volume is still the area of the base times the height. Now it looks like we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we got a hexagon here. Alright, if you liked the chart idea from the previous questions, then just make your own chart. There's no magic to the chart. So I know my area here is 1/2 little AP times h. It is a regular figure. So I've got, looks like 7.5 is my side length and 18 is my height. So if I take 6 times 7.5, so then my perimeter then is 45. So the only thing I'm missing is my little a. Alright, so I'm going to draw in one of my representative triangles here. So then if this is 7.5, and I drop down my height to find my little a, 7.5 divided by 2, 375. I have my little a. What else do we know here? So in my hexagon, right, so there's 6 sides, so I got my 360 divided by 6. So that means that this is going to be a 30 and this is going to be a 30. So I can say tangent of 30 is equal to 3.75 over a, or a is equal to 3.75 over tangent of 30. Okay, so I'm going to take this information here and I'm going to put it in to my formula, and then I'm going to type. See if I can get it on the screen here. There we go. So I've got, I'm going to do my tangent first here, so I'm going to have 3.75 tangent of 30 times 1/2 times 45 times 18. Alright, so I have my volume then is 2,630.552, and we've got centimeters cubed. Alright, good luck. We'll see you guys later.